I just come from Ottawa with Valerie Bromfield, my old partner there in comedy. She had done a children's theater play, I think, with YPT or one of these groups, and where they'd, go up to Bala Bay and, tour around and, dress as squirrels and stuff. And she said she'd met a guy there who was, he said, he's just like you, she said, you're the same, you guys, These, big Canadian men. And one day I was walking by her apartment on Yonge Street, and, she leaned out the window and said, hey, come on up, this guy's here, Candy's here. And I walked up, and there was John. He was in a brown suit, and he had his brown Pontiac parked outside, and he was selling Kleenex.
You're from Toronto.
I'm from Toronto, yep.
And Aykroyd also is from Toronto.
Yep, we started together. He drove a postal truck, and I sold paper napkins.
In 1972, Chicago's renowned Second City Comedy Theater arrived in Toronto to conduct auditions. Every actor in town wanted to try out except John Candy. His friend Dan Aykroyd took drastic action.
We were all kind of scared because the audition was 5 characters, you had to come out and walk out and, as one character, go back, and then a minute later come back as another character. And I think what we did was we said, oh, John, well, come down and watch us, please come down and kind of offer some support,
I was invited by Dan Aykroyd and Valerie Bromfield to join them for lunch, and they had put my name down on the list to audition, unbeknownst to me.
Dan Aykroyd and Valerie Bromfield, who almost tricked you into the audition?
No, they did trick me into it. They invited
How did they trick you?
They had this audition. They said, you should join this, you should get involved. They'll love you. You're funny, you'll do it. I said, no, I can fool around with you guys, but I can't do that stuff. They said, well, we got to be down there anyway. Meet us down there for lunch. And I hear John Candy being paged. And Valerie said, come on, you go in, we put your name down. I was like, oh, I'll kill you for doing this to me.
What do you got to lose? And he went up.
And they said, going up on stage, Del Close, going up on stage there, this is a department store exercise. The object of the game is give and take. You sit over here, you're the information clerk at an imaginary department store in which the store has anything. So your objective is to give this man any information he needs. That's all we want from you. And you come through a revolving door 5 times as fast as you can, 5 completely different characters. All right, begin. Just went, wow, the sweat was all over me. I was doing the worst impressions of my life. I was doing John Wayne, Jimmy Stewart.
As soon as they saw Candy on stage, it didn't matter what he did. It was just a presence, and I think that they were really more thrilled about getting Candy that day than they were about Valerie and I.
2 days later, they called and said, would you move to Chicago? It took me about 5 seconds to get my mouth open, and they said, you'll be there for a couple of weeks. I ended up living there a year and a half. As a performer, I think the Second City stage was the best for me. To work with those many people, with those creative minds, and the freedoms that we had, and it was the time and our age, and we were working for nothing. We'd work a lot of hours, and didn't mind it. We had the best time. I really did. My fondest memories there.
I vividly remember the 43 hours we took to drive from Toronto to Los Angeles, and it was like the beginning of our dreams, and that was a journey that I'll never forget. We played old music, we sang, and talked, and wrote routines, and focused in on what we were going to do when we got older and where we wanted to go. And looking back on that, it was one of those kind of great drives of origination, where we really focused in positively on the vision we wanted for our careers and went for it.